What is going on, guys? Grave here. Today I'd like to talk about the Update 47 preview. This is kind of going to be just the general things you can expect to see in Update 47. I've made plenty of videos talking about all of the nerfs coming with Update 47. But in this video, I just want to talk about, kind of the basic things we can see when Update 47 launches. Before I get into all the details, be sure if you have not subscribed to the channel to hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy the video, hit the like button and check out Control Freak. Everything about them is linked down in the description. And of course, you can use my code to get 12% off at checkout. Now, when it comes to Update 47, of course, it's live today, August the 18th on PC and Mac, and September the 3rd for Xbox and PlayStation consoles. So if you're a console player like myself, we have a couple more weeks to wait for this update to drop, pretty much like normal. Starting in Update 47, one of the big things that they talked about, of course, was allowing your mount to be able to swim in water. So your mount will be able to swim anywhere you can. So if you can get in the water, so can your mount. If you can swim in that water, so can your mount. So mount swimming is a function they talked about they wanted to incorporate for a long time. It's kind of odd to me that it took it this long, but it is something that is pretty neat and unique for the Elder Scrolls Online. Of course, also they talked about hanging on to every word. They've added a button that will replay the most recently said voiceover from the NPC you are conversing with. The main inspiration for this came from a forum post they saw, and this was coming from the senior engineer there at ZOS. The tech for this allowed them to implement screen narration for conversations without us having to worry about the narration and voiceover overlapping, which is something they have been kind of on their accessibility wish list for a long time. They also talked about surveys. We do know that surveys are going to change in Update 46. Master writs begin to arrive in a stackable envelope that helped reduce inventory clutter. Now they're going to do that feature as well to kind of alleviate some more pressure from your bag with surveys. So your surveys, same concept as it is with the master writs. You will have them stackable and available to you there. So that way you don't have as many surveys available at one time just piled up in your bag. Now, a lot of people kind of wanted this to be a bit different. They didn't really make any changes to this. The only issue I have with it is surveys already stacked in a way. Of course, if you have a survey for the same area, let's say woodworking, it's for black wood, all of your woodworking black wood surveys are going to stack together anyway. Now, of course, each individual thing will be in a different stack, and that's kind of what we've had available for a while. And I think a lot of people wanted to see these maybe stacked by zone, so the entirety of Blackwood would be stacked in one envelope. That would have been really nice, but unfortunately we didn't get that. But at least this will alleviate some room until you open that envelope up and see what that survey is inside, kind of like you do with the Master Writs. Now, when it comes to Infinite Archive, they have made some changes here as well. The new system allows for you to have a greater degree of control over your runs if you know what you're looking for. Still, it always helps to be flexible. It's kind of what they talked about. You can go in and re-roll things here with your points that you have. Some people were kind of disappointed with this, considering how much it costs, and a lot of people don't see the need in re-rolling or using the re-roll option after defeating a boss, because just the cost is kind of outrageous. But when it comes to kind of just general new things coming to the game in Update 47, of course, this is part of that. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of different things coming as well, like 2 new dungeons and some nerfs and buffs that probably were not really accepted well. The nerfs were kind of crazy in my opinion. Some of them were warranted, some of them not so much, some of them a bit too much. Buff-wise, we didn't really see a lot, and unfortunately, that's kind of how it goes inside of the Elder Scrolls Online. We don't see a ton of buffs. We did see a few older sets buffed, like Berserking Warrior, which is going to be an interesting one to try out in Update 47. Anyway, leave me a comment with your thoughts, and let me know what you think about all these changes coming with Update 47 for the Elder Scrolls Online, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.